Look at us, we're outside, we're in a different outside to where we've been outside before.
I thought I'd show off my fragrant rose.
Yeah, is it a bit bright?
It's beautiful.
There we go.
Really lovely. Now I'm trying to work out, as you know, I'm growing and I'm learning and I'm working out how to...
Always learning.
Yeah. Actually, that is the thing that I write on my WhatsApp group. Did you know that?
You know
it's WhatsApp, it says I'm using WhatsApp and you can make it something. I've written always learning. Did you know
Always
that?
learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
No, I still can't see it. Still. It'll come in a minute.
Yeah. So, you good? Are you enjoying the glorious weather?
I'm just going to mute that.
Enjoying the sun?
So Christian and Alan and Barb are here. Good to see you.
Hello.
To the shops. They've got their face masks and all that because they've been inside for 12 weeks. Is it 12
Face
weeks?
masks and snorkel?
Is it really 12 weeks? And flippers.
And
That's what you
flippers.
need. Can you show?
Fresh first.
I did that.
Okay.
What happens is the thing that you were doing, told to do, and you did, and it worked. Find that.
Let me just...
Alan has been gardening all day.
Gardening.
There's
all
a lot
day.
to do, isn't there? Weeds and water and not putting tomato fertiliser on just yet.
I don't really garden. I don't mind mowing the lawn.
You do the
I quite
lawn,
like
don't you?
mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
In fact, JJ does it mostly these days.
He does. That's his chore.
That's
but
his chore.
you...
But I quite like it. It's the most satisfying job in the garden, I think, because it always looks so good afterwards.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Like a golf, very small golf.
You can
thingy.
spend days at edges, looking at pruning,
Deadheading.
cutting, deadheading, making everything, and then I come out and mow the lawn, and suddenly everything looks
Peachy.
pucker.
It does.
So I get all the glory.
But yeah, JJ's taken it on, hasn't he, as his task.
Yes.
Now, why does Trevor say keeps freezing?
I think
Oh.
it's because we're outside and we don't have a good signal.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about the garden keeps freezing.
No.
So Louise is liking my fragrant rose. You can't smell it, Louise. It smells, just gorgeous. It's very, very lovely. It was here before we moved in, so I can't take any credit for it.
That's why it's still alive
is
and
beautiful.
thriving. No.
But if Adam moves, excuse me, you will see my irises. Okay, those I did plant, and they're beautiful too.
They're beautiful
Anyway,
too.
I'm going to stop.
Where's your iris? Oh, there.
Yeah, just there. You had to bob down.
Yes.
Louise says mowing is therapeutic. Whatever you've got, Louise.
I agree.
I'm
No,
not
I agree.
there.
You know what? I agree with Louise. It's yes. It's
Me
kind
time,
of
is it?
getting rid of. It's like having a haircut, isn't it? Literally, it's like having a haircut, and you just feel that much lighter. You feel that much better. You just the whole house just seems trimmed and smart. I would have my garden like a golf course if I could. You're more of a wild girl, aren't you?
Yes. I like his way in corners.
Oh, I like it tamed.
Textures and levels.
I like
and...
it tamed.
Hello, Pat. By the way.
My idea of heaven is just golf course fairway, not a golf horse, but a golf course fairway, greens.
Yours is actually AstroTurf.
AstroTurf.
Adam thinks that
yeah.
heaven will have AstroTurf.
AstroTurf's quite good. We haven't got AstroTurf, mainly because you won't allow it. But no, I do quite like grass. AstroTurf in some places I might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we just stop talking about
Yes. Yes.
that? Okay.
So, our goddaughter asked us a question, okay, about a definition of a particular word. Okay, it's a word that's in another language where there isn't a British equivalent to that word.
Yeah.
Have you got it there?
Yeah. I've got it here.
Okay.
In fact, it was part of a quiz round that we were doing with our friends, and she was there. And the word she gave us was the word tartle.
Tartle.
T-A-R-T, tart, and then L-E on the end, tartle. I can't remember what nationality or where
It's
it was
Scottish.
from.
Actually, you mustn't Google this, okay? There is about to be mini quiz, like one question quiz.
Okay.
Don't Google
Tartle.
it, okay?
If I was to say
So you're going to give us 3 definitions.
Okay, I'll give you 3 definitions.
Of what it could mean.
Yes.
And then you have to guess which is the real definition. Okay.
Okay, so tartle.
A good one.
It happens.
That is, we need a word for that, right?
We do.
What?
Freezing.
And then you do various things.
Other things.
And then you go downstairs, and then you remember what it was that you...
Should we take it inside?
Yeah, apparently we're freezing a lot, so we're going to go in.
On our way, if you're still with us, we're just moving it inside. Probably got a better Wi-Fi signal indoors. We can probably still have it facing the outdoors. Like that. And if we turn this
Like
sofa
that?
around.
So furniture moving.
Wow, look at this.
There we go. Coordination. How's that? We're probably in silhouette now, so there we go.
I'm going to sit on the front of my sofa.
That's my only silhouette puppet. It's going to nibble Adam's ear.
There we go. So tartle, does it mean going to fetch something but then you forget what you were going to fetch in the first place?
I'm sure that happens. That happens a lot. I just want to see whether there's anyone else for whom that occurs. And you've gone into full screen now. What do I do? Oh, there we go. Press that. No. Okay.
Are you good?
No.
What's good? What's the
I
matter?
don't know how to do it.
Okay, so does it mean that, or does it mean B, daydreaming, slipping off into a daydream when someone's telling you a story that you find boring?
It's not sometimes though. It's not because it's boring. It's because it triggers a memory in you, and then you kind of go off.
Yeah.
Occasionally, it happens during a sermon. Can I say
Not
that?
at Sunny Hill.
Not Adam's sermons and not Dom's sermons. Probably my own sermons that I do that.
No, never at Sunny Hill. Actually, has anybody fallen asleep in a sermon at Sunny Hill?
Never.
Who was speaking? I want to know who was speaking at the time.
Can you make it? Because I can't see Sunny Hill Ferndown at the moment.
You're on Sunny Hill Ferndown.
Yes, but I can't see the comments. I know there are comments.
Are there?
Oh no, it was on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry.
So we'll get there. Okay. Or does it mean realising you've forgotten someone's name as you introduce them? You know, you go to, hey, John, this is
My friend.
this is somebody you should meet.
This is my friend who likes golf as well as you. And it's so awkward.
Why don't you tell him the name? Why don't you tell him your name? Introduce yourself.
How do you spell your name again? Jan. That's right, Jan. I just,
T-O-N.
sometimes people have a
Tom.
silent T at the beginning, don't they? Jan.
We've all done it. You do it.
It happens to Jan. I do not. I know every name of everyone in our congregation,
Yes,
but
you do.
the bigger pool campus,
Yeah.
not everyone.
No. Okay.
So
Yeah. So there were 3 choices. Okay. So the word is tartle. It's a Scottish word.
Going into a room and forgetting what you came in for.
What you went in for.
The second
So
one
was daydreaming.
during a preach.
Somebody's telling you a story.
I call it the Holy Spirit preaching to you simultaneously, but you know.
Yes. And then the third thing was forgetting someone's name as you introduce them. Okay, you thought you had it, and you're hoping that it's going to come to you, but it never does. Which one do you think it is? The word tartle.
So Lou Bird is here. I bet Lou needs that last definition sometimes as well. She knows a lot of people.
does.
But I've never known Lou to forget a name, actually.
No, she's great.
To be fair.
She's great.
So we're going to have to wait for your votes. Otherwise, it's not a quiz. It's just Adam and I talking to each other. Okay, Louise votes A.
Aye.
Okay.
Which there definitely should be a word for going to get something and realising what you've forgotten.
Particularly if you've got 3 small boys, as Lou Bird does have. You have to go and fetch things a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Alan. Oh, we've got 2 votes for B. Barb and Alan both think it's a B.
B, okay.
Yeah.
That's because you've been there, haven't you? Listening to a sermon.
Pinch yourself, Alan.
I have fallen asleep
Well,
in a sermon. Not at this church, our previous church. I did.
I don't think you should say that.
Why?
Well-
No, it wasn't big. Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying it because it was bad or boring there. I think I
You
was
were
more
very
tired.
tired.
Very busy. Very tired one day. It only happened once in my life.
I have to say, I do remember when we went to visit some relatives in America, and so we were horribly jet lagged. And the night that we arrived, they decided to give us a great treat, which was to go and see a jazz concert, like a classical jazz concert,
Quite
very highbrow, I'd say.
highbrow.
You know, clever
Way out
jazz
there. Clever.
with no melody and nothing that you would say, oh, I know this tune. Just
No, it's not singable.
for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that thing where you go, but it wasn't the end of the piece.
We did. I think we did. I actually remember lecturing once and falling asleep giving.
How can you do that?
Well, I think I stopped for a moment and sat down to look at my notes and actually drifted off. Really?
It was probably just after you. I say you had a baby.
Yes, after I had a baby. It was so traumatic. Having a baby was hard work, let me tell you. And all the blokes go,
Okay,
yes.
Jim says, what's going on here? A quiz, I guess.
Yeah.
Shall we just recap before
Okay.
we kind
So
of
we've
reveal?
got this word. The word is
Tartle.
And there isn't an English translation of this word, not a direct translation. And it means one of these three things. It either means going to a room and then forgetting what you went into the room for. It means falling off into a daydream when someone's telling you a story that maybe you find a bit boring. Or C, it means forgetting someone's name just as you were introducing them. Okay, so you just go, oh, I'm just going to introduce that person to that person, and then you forget what their name is. Yeah.
Barbara's saying Jeff can do it. I don't know which one of those is it.
More falls asleep, I think. I think.
Okay, so big reveal.
Okay, so the actual definition is.
And a very useful word
Very
in
useful.
church circles.
Oh, I've just tartled. When you introduce someone and forget
you've forgotten the name
as
of
you
the person you're
introduce them.
introducing.
That's to tartle.
That's what it is, to tartle.
To
I don't know,
tartle.
how would you use it in a sentence? You tartled me. Did you just tartle me?
I know.
That would be it, wouldn't it?
I know
Yeah.
that maybe. Yeah, my brain's so tartled today.
Jim voted a C and Israel voted a C.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that
got
is
it.
good. That is good.
Nailed it. Smashed it. Good.
Yeah.
So there should be a word for lots of things like that,
Yeah.
shouldn't there? We like that.
There's all sorts of things that everyone recognises it when you describe it.
Yeah.
Like that feeling during lockdown of that line between, am I relaxed or am I just losing it? I've just looked out of the window for a long time because we spend longer doing things that normally you would never spend time doing. We can actually spend like 10 minutes doing something. And I have to say, I'm in a position where I'm not quite sure anymore. I'm losing it. Whether it's a good thing. Like, I think slowing down and what lockdown has done in it, making us slow down, being less driven by the circumstances of life, and kind of living in at a much more human pace, less of a machine.
Well,
it's a good thing.
We go on holiday to do that, don't we? I mean, I don't know if anybody's been on a boat on the Norfolk Broads. It's a great holiday, but you find you're travelling at 4 miles an hour everywhere for the whole week, or 2 weeks if you go for 2 weeks, and you're on this boat just churgling along really slowly,
Looking at reeds.
looking at nothing, birds and reeds and
And it's just flat, and there's
the
reeds, and
occasional
occasional
church
duck.
on the bank. And by the end of the week, you're like, oh, that's so good. And then you get into your car, and everything feels like it's vroom, 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 doesn't it? But now we've been in lockdown, and it's 12 weeks.
And,
It's too long.
well, I've become slower. Just generally slower. I don't mean stupid. Well, that's
Even
debatable,
slower,
but...
even slower than she
But
was.
normally, I do everything. I sometimes actually run when I'm doing housework. I'll run around the house trying to do it. And I've definitely slowed down in a good way, but I guess I'm asking myself now, when does that slow down become just laziness?
Yeah.
I have to say, yesterday I said, oh, can someone please fetch Eliza some pants? She'd had a wee accident.
Yeah.
That was a Scottish wee, not a British wee.
Can somebody
She'd had
please
a
fetch
little
Adam
accident.
some pants? It happens
Well, it does. No, it doesn't.
all the time.
But, you know, is there a point at which, in lockdown, I can move into laziness? I know I've spoken to some people who have said, "Oh, my house is an absolute tip. There's no pressure. There's no one coming round. There's no time pressure. I can do it tomorrow. I can do it next week. It really doesn't matter."
Louise Dalrymple's called it 2020 fever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's the new relax, definitely.
Yeah, but I think there is a line, isn't there, to
Yeah.
be to that and becoming lazy, I guess.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I was reading. We're doing the same Bible plan this year.
We are.
By coincidence.
Yeah, that was
Amazing.
completely
Yeah.
complete chance.
Who's the guy? The Alpha guy?
Yeah, him.
Lee? Is it Lee?
It's not.
No? Oh, grief, what's his
Forgotten
name?
his name. You know, HTV guy.
Who wrote Alpha?
Who wrote Alpha.
I can't believe that you can't remember.
You've made me forget it. You've made me tartle right there.
I just startled. I'm introducing him and I forgot his name. That is hilarious.
That's funny.
I don't care
Just
what you said.
startled.
Nicky Gumbel.
Nicky Gumbel. Well done.
The irony of that.
That's quite something.
We're both doing the Nicky Gumbel Bible in 1 year. And Proverbs 13 today. And this is one of the Proverbs. Here it is. The sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied.
Oh, good grief.
Okay. Another translation.
Yeah.
The soul of a sluggard, lazy person, craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied.
Am I a sluggard?
Any better? Actually,
I
I've got one
sluggard?
more. I really like this one. It's called the Derby translation. I hadn't come across it before. It's got some old English. A sluggard's hang on, blah, 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 blah. Teeth in. A sluggard's soul desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. I like that.
Yeah.
But just this idea that
Unfortunately, it's not my soul that's being made fat.
if we slow down too much,
Yeah.
we actually get into a point of being really dissatisfied.
Yeah.
I think there's a slowdown that is a good thing. And then there's beyond that lies madness and want and lack and all of that. So,
Sluggard. Sluggard. It's a horrible word,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Sluggard.
It is.
Sluggard.
A bit like sloth, isn't it?
Sloth.
No, I don't mind the word sloth.
No.
Oh, Mel's here. Hello, Mel. Mel was
Hi,
from
Mel.
our church in Bromley.
Yeah. Nice to have you with us.
Oh dear, Jim noticed you've become a turtle. You're becoming a turtle.
Tartle. It's tartle, not turtle.
Oh, that is funny, Nicky Gumbel.
Nicky
Yeah.
Gumbel. Yeah. So, are any of you feeling caught on that line between not sure whether you're
Relaxed.
just relaxed at the right amount or
Into
moving
sluggardness.
into your soul getting thin?
Yeah, that's a nicer way to say it, actually. Yeah.
There you go. And I think actually it's a line that we walk, isn't it? Because it's good to relax. It's good to not be living life running at a pace all the time. But at the same time, it's also good not to just
Get
slug
into that
it out.
inert,
Yeah.
soul thin. And I guess, well, what's I wonder if you've got any ideas. What can you do when you feel that you've stepped into that place of inertia? Anyone got any ideas? I know reading is a massive
Yeah. Actually,
massive boom, isn't it?
Something that I do, and I know you do, is just a bit of exercise first thing in the morning. Actually, doing it if you can early when you get up, actually seems to invigorate your whole day, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Seems to
It
make
does.
you more productive during the rest of the day. So I don't know if anybody, going for a walk or just getting the blood pumping first thing. I find that keeps me.
Craig
productive.
Rochelle says it all starts with flossing.
Yeah, he does.
So if you do something right, like flossing, who wants to floss? Who really wants to spend any time every day flossing?
Quite like flossing.
Yeah, you do. But it's just something that has to be done. And if you start the day flossing, you just think, I have done one thing right, I can do another. Or start the day exercising.
Yeah.
I know I've got 3 books on the go at the moment. One is philosophy, one is theology, and one is one of these self-help books. And I'm kind of telling myself that when I've got through them all, I'll allow myself a novel. But I quite like these kinds of books that stretch my thinking.
I'm reading Winston Churchill's memoirs at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of biography of the Second World War, which is kind of also interesting. It's a long, long, long read, though. There's like 8 books or something.
So Louise is saying that she's got that in that place. We're going to think of a word for it.
2020 fever, corona fever.
It's Louise Dalrymple, so it could be the Dalrymple line, couldn't it? Yeah, if Louise is
that line.
since you're here and you're contributing to the conversation, we could call it the Dalrymple line, which is that line between.
Is that a bit of a diss though?
Relaxation and no, it's about discerning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So gardening, yeah, that's another great thing to do. Going back to work, yeah,
It's all good.
yeah.
All good.
So yeah, any ideas you've got, pop them down on the chat. What do you do when you feel like you're moving into the madness that goes beyond being relaxed into, I don't know what that place would be called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unhelpful place.
But we've got next conference on Friday.
Next conference coming up this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. So
Yeah.
Friday evening, Saturday morning and Sunday morning, we've got our special Pentecost Sunday morning. Don't forget, it's half an hour earlier on Sunday, so it starts at 10:30. And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and because it's a special
Great
service,
speakers.
it's another opportunity to invite your friends that you want to
Yeah.
invite to church. Say, oh, it's going to be something a bit different.
Yeah, there's no one group this week on Wednesday, obviously, because we're trying to push people to go on Friday and because it's half term.
Trying to push people.
Well,
Encourage
people.
Release.
Encourage people to go on Friday, and also because it's half term. Hope you are having a nice time. If you're a parent and your kids are at home, as normal. I don't know if you've stopped doing schoolwork this week, but have a lovely week. Enjoy the sun. Let your kids out. Give them a taste of the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah. Anything else going on that we should know about?
No.
No.
It's
Full
all-
thought every day.
yeah. Yeah, we've got Richard tomorrow.
Richard tomorrow.
Always brings a great thought.
He
I bet he never gets tartled.
No, he's productive, isn't he? And he's happy.
Yeah, he is.
And he's Mimi,
Yeah.
always. All right.
Have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you next Monday. God bless.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
See you.